Hello, what's up, everyone? It's your boy, the Crackhead, and I'm wishing you all a wonderful day. In our previous video about Jaffa Street here in Jerusalem, we did make mention of a popular square here called Safra Square.
אז אמרתי שכאילו לרתום את האנשים אליי.
So this is the Safra Square. Safra Square is a city square in Jerusalem. It is the site of the Jerusalem Municipality complex, which houses the municipal administration. It is located in a central part of the city, near the former seam line between West and East Jerusalem, though falling entirely west of it. A site chosen to symbolize its goal of serving all residents of Jerusalem. The administrative compound, including the square, was inaugurated in 1993. The square was named for the Syrian Jewish banker Jacob Safra, 1891 to 1963, and his wife Esther, parents of Edmund J. Safra. Edmund Safra, 1932 to 1999, a philanthropist, has been one of the leading contributors to the fund, which rebuilt the area of downtown Jerusalem. As for the history of Safra Square, the British Mandate period town hall was built in 1930. Today it forms the eastern tip of the compound. As the city grew, along with the need to provide more modern and diverse services to an expanding and equally diverse population, the city government's offices expanded as well and were spread throughout the city. Safra Square. So what happened here at the Safra Square, or what is supposed to be this square? What is it supposed to symbolize? The decentralized municipal government decreased in efficiency, and it was decided that a single building was needed to house Jerusalem's local government. After lengthy deliberations, the current location was selected despite the challenge of preserving the large number of historic and culturally significant 19th century buildings. The Canadian Jewish architect Jack Diamond and the Israeli architectural firm of Kolkar and Epstein were selected to design a project for a unified Jerusalem Municipality complex consisting of 3 new buildings to be integrated with an existing 10 buildings to form a cohesive, unified site. The 10 existing buildings would be preserved and rehabilitated in order to retain a sense of the historic character of the city. Construction began in 1988 and the complex was inaugurated in 1993. The complex was planned in the 1980s to contain 3 new buildings and to integrate 10 older ones. Building number 1. The main new 6-story building, Mayor's Office, City Council Hall, and model of Old/New Jerusalem. The 1900s plan included city management and treasury's public reception halls, city engineer offices, department for city improvement, and an automation company. Resident services are now offered on the first floor. An observation point offering a great view of Jerusalem extends from the 6th floor. Building number 2. The former Russian consulate, 1860. Later an obstetrics hospital in the 1900s, housing the Jerusalem Development Authority and Moriah Jerusalem Development Corporation. Building number 3. New secondary building housing the Education Department. Building number 4. The Zoology Building, built end of 19th century, the former Zoology Department of the Hebrew University, repurposed to house the Enforcement Department and the Department for Municipal and Strategic Planning, planned to be used by the elected House of Representatives. Buildings number 5 to 6. The Bergame and Dorothy buildings, both small, current number 5 at the back, was the home of a converted German Jew, Peter Melville Bergame, who established the first bank in Jerusalem. During the British Mandate, it became the rear wing of the Dorothy Hotel, now number 6 at the front, owned by a Christian Arab. Building number 5 houses the offices of the coalition parties and the mayor's consultants. Building number 6 is used by the plaza management and for commercial uses. Buildings number 7 to 9. Building number 7, the Bagel building, named after a Bagel bakery which used its southern part in the 1960s. The western facade was preserved, with the rest being rebuilt as one unit. It houses the welfare department. Building number 8, the British and Foreign Bible Society building, built 1926 to 1928, now 8 Safra Square, former 7 Yohanan Megush Halaf Street, had the first elevator in Jerusalem. Building number 9. Part of the Bagel building serves as a shopping mall with a roofed central space. Building number 10, the Old Town Hall, 1930s to 1993, and Barclays Bank. In 1932, the mayor's office and the council hall moved in. It was emptied in March 1995 and renovated while preserving its historical elements. Houses the Departments of Public Health, Sports, and Culture since March 1997. Buildings number 11 to 12. The Armenian buildings on 17 and 19 Jaffa Street, built at the beginning of the 20th century, property of the Armenian Patriarchate of Jerusalem, partially leased to municipality, were planned in the 1990s to be renovated. Building number 13. The former Russian Hospital 1863 were used during the 1948 war for wounded Israeli soldiers, which led to the Hebrew nickname of Avihail or Avihail, father of the soldiers. Used in the 1990s as a laboratory for the Ministry of Health and for Hadassah Medical Center, with the city council parties using the top floor. The pre-1998 plan was to renovate it, tear down the adjoining building, and build a new office building to be used by the Municipal Gihon Company, Jerusalem area's water and wastewater operator. It now houses municipal offices. Jerusalem so very busy, and the road network here in Jerusalem is different than in other cities. So we're about to go to the old city. That wall you're seeing from here is, I think, where the old city starts, but we have to take one of the gates in order to get into the old city.
Yay!
I have the tiger.
Say something to...
I have a tiger.
You have a tiger? No, this
זה
is
לא
a
טייגר, זה ליון. זה הסמל של ירושלים, it's a symbol of Jerusalem.
lion. You sit on a lion and... From here, Safra Square is centrally located and easily accessible, located at number 1 Safra Square, Jerusalem. As a public square, it is generally open access. The Jerusalem Municipality Visitor Center is open from Sundays to Thursdays from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Municipal office hours for general services are typically Sundays to Wednesdays from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m., Tuesday afternoons from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m., and Thursday from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. An 800-space underground parking lot is available to the public at 7 Shiftay Street, Israel. The Jerusalem Municipality Visitor Center offers guided tours of the complex and City Hall, which include a look at a large 3D model of the city and access to an observation point. English tours are available, but reservations are required for groups and highly recommended for individuals. You can find reservation information on the Jerusalem Municipality Visitor Center website. The Battle of Notre Dame Hospice. On the night of May 18, 1948, during Operation Kilshon, a unit of the Moria Battalion occupied the Notre Dame Hospice, driving out the Jordanian troops who had occupied the building since the British forces left the city on May 14, 1948. 2 days later, Israeli troops, together with pre-military young soldiers, repulsed an Arab Jordanian legion, renewed attempt to retake the hospice and advance to the Jewish city center. Let us go!
אני גדול גדול משם וגם משתיים וגם מאחד וגם מאפס. זה בסדר.
Beautiful. Should I sit like that? Yeah. Keep your head like this. Alright, Lishai. Let's take a picture. Come and join here. Let us take a picture together. Together. Lishai, look at the camera.
Oh, יש שם עץ קטן. שם ממול. אתם רואים את העץ הקטן?
Welcome to Jerusalem. So, I'm not gonna say that if you're here, it's the only spot that will signify you're in Jerusalem. No, but, this is just, to take the pictures so you can actually show somebody I was in Jerusalem. Because truth be told, people who haven't been in Jerusalem before or seen footages or videos of Jerusalem, if you do not take pictures of where it actually says Jerusalem or where it's actually written Jerusalem, and on top of that, like take picture behind something like this, somebody might never believe you're in Jerusalem. That's it. So if somebody doesn't believe you're in Jerusalem, just come to somewhere like this. I love Jerusalem. And if somebody doesn't believe you are in Tel Aviv, there's also a sculpture like this in Tel Aviv at the beach, and also Tel Aviv train Savidor station. I love Tel Aviv. So when you take pictures at places like this that actually has the name of that city written, then people can actually believe you've been in that city. So let's go this way. Lishai, if you make balagan, I'm gonna give you your bag to hold. Wow, it's starting to be very chilly. No, tomorrow, not that way. That way is complicated. One Christmas tree at is this Notre Dame? I don't know. I'm not gonna say what I don't know, but that's beautiful. And traffic in Jerusalem is also one of a kind. Let's go in from this gate. Huh? Christmas Jerusalem Market, the new gate, Jerusalem. So we're gonna be entering from this gate.